Hello and welcome to Gardening and Stuff with Ross and Tanya.
Hello.
And there she is.
Hello.
So this is our fourth podcast now, Tanya. We're like getting well into it now, aren't we?
We're so pros.
We've got like business cards and Instagram.
Just like, can you believe it? We're like so famous now.
Yeah, and we have an estimated audience of 7.
Oh my God.
So we're totally famous now.
I think we need to tell BBC News.
Yeah, you think that would be in the Echo as well, really? But no.
Yeah, like, can you believe like 7? Thank you, my 7 listeners.
Yes, thank you, 7. Rate and review. Please share.
Don't put pressure on our listeners, they'll disappear.
But we're gonna actually do some gardening stuff today. A decent topic is.
Okay, cool.
So we said we were gonna do organic gardening, didn't we?
Yes.
And you did have some homework, but I'll come back to that. And I just bet you did it, but it doesn't matter.
I've even forgotten the homework, so big chance I have.
Yeah, no panic with that. It's okay. So what do you understand with organic gardening, Tanya? What do you think of as organic gardening?
I don't obviously know too much on it because I don't have a garden and I've never really come from gardening family or members of mine anyway, so I don't know loads. All I know is that it's not like done with chemicals.
Yeah, so the basic definition of organic gardening is gardening without synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. So you
Yeah.
don't have any of that
See, I
crap
almost
on
said
it.
pesticides, but I didn't want to sound like a doofus in case I got it wrong.
No, you're completely right.
Right.
So this is why we like organic tea, don't we?
Yes.
Bit of Clipper organic.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
not paid for that, but there we go.
No, but I also have a client who gives me Clipper tea because he works like a CEO of Clipper, so
It
big
is
up.
the best tea
And it is the
though.
best. And it's biodegradable, which I thought all tea bags were because I was just chucking them all in my food waste bin, but it turns out they're not.
Yeah, they're the first ones to go like paper free pretty much. Or plastic free, not paper free.
Paper free.
Plastic free.
They literally fall apart in the cup immediately. Yeah, no, Clipper tea and PG tips, I think they were the first two. But they I just assumed all tea bags would go in the food waste bin because I've seen so many people do it. And I was
Yeah.
wrong.
No, they don't
Massively.
all go in there.
So sorry to all the compost people that have seen my dodgy tea bags.
So yeah, so organic gardening, don't use synthetic fertilizers or pesticides. Um, and it's the best way to grow anything really, because the main thing is you're looking after the health of your soil. So if you look after the health of your soil and you feed your soil, you're feeding your plants, and you don't need pesticides because they're healthy. And so if you don't use pesticides, then the good things that eat the bad things come and they eat the bad things. Like if
Okay,
you use pesticides, they literally kill all pests or insects, even bees.
oh,
So you don't want to do that. So
we want to save the bees.
the main reasons for doing organic gardening is so you grow healthy food and you don't have to like wash your fruit off when you get it because you know there's no chemicals on it.
Got yeah.
And you're supporting the pollinators. And you
Yes.
basically just let nature do its thing. So when you're doing things with the garden, you want to make sure that you're emulating what nature would do if you weren't there. So it would basically take us out of the equation. And who wants these pesticides anyway? I don't think they taste very good.
Well, I haven't really gone organic or tried to grow organic things, so I wouldn't personally know the difference yet. But I have had given vegetables from clients' gardens and stuff, and it is delightful.
I find they taste so much better as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, really, you got to look after your soil. So this will eventually link into no-dig gardening because that sort of goes in with it. But so when you're fertilizing your plot, there's lots of ways you can do it in the organic way. You can just use your compost from your compost bin, which feeds your soil and feeds your plants. Or I got
Doesn't
this
that
myth.
get a bit smelly? Or is it meant to be smelly? Because obviously when your food goes off after a while in the food bin, it gets stinky.
If you're doing a good compost bin, it should smell like earthy and good. It smell good.
Okay. And it's just like when you put when you've got your compost bin, is it just food waste?
No, I don't even have food waste in mine. I just all my clippings and stuff that I have from the allotment or
Ah.
garden I put in there, like branches you cut off and
What would you
leaves you
use the
pull.
food waste for then?
You can compost your food waste. You don't want to put like cooked meat and things in there like that. No meat or anything like that.
I see, I don't know any.
The
I
eggs and
I
that are
put
good.
food in a food waste bin, but I don't understand where it goes afterwards.
Well, it doesn't go to my compost bin. I don't know. I think that do like biomass energy or something.
I don't know.
I don't know, but we do it. We try and recycle.
Yeah, I do my best as much as I can, and obviously fill it right up. But yeah, all I know is that I put food waste in a bin for it to go somewhere.
So the conventional way of gardening is that you get your fertilizer and just spread that around or water it in.
Yeah.
But they tend to pollute at the same time. So yeah,
Why would it pollute?
because it runs off into rivers.
Oh, okay, got you.
It sort of pollutes rivers, and that comes back to us again. It's all circular in there.
We're such monsters.
We are really. We do totally destroy the world all the time. But yeah, I've got a comfrey tube at my allotment. So comfrey is a really, really good fertilizer. It's just a plant.
Comfrey.
Comfrey, yeah.
Oh, that's a
So
funny word.
it's got a really, really big taproot that goes deep down and gets all the nutrients deep down, and it goes into its leaves. And you can use the leaves as a mulch, which will feed your plants, or you can put it in your compost bin, which helps your compost rot down quicker. I've got a little compost tube where I put the comfrey tube where I put the comfrey in the top.
Comfrey sounds funny.
It does actually. The more I'm saying it, the more it sounds funny. But then out the bottom comes this black goo,
Ooh.
which you can dilute and just water on your plants, and that's a really good fertilizer. But that's all natural.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Delightful. Why wouldn't you do this?
So you can
just
get
want to
comfrey,
get
which
Comfreys.
but if you get comfrey bocking 14 that doesn't self-seed everywhere, so comfrey bocking 14 is the best one to do that with, otherwise you find it everywhere. But yeah, and pesticides, you don't need to use them anyway. So like, say you've got some black fly on
Well,
your
we're
broad
trying to be an
beans.
eco-friendly world at the moment, and I understand pests are a pain in the absolute arse, but surely you would try and do the best by yourself and your allotment by going pesticide free.
Yeah, I mean, insects are a major decline. If when you used to drive along and on your windscreen there used to be smashed bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen very much anymore, does it?
No, you've just made me think about it.
No, that's an actual thing. They've looked into that and like it is less because they've declined a lot.
Is there less in the winter anyway, or is it the same amount?
No, there's just less bugs generally in the
That's mad,
world.
actually, because I remember when I first went self-employed and my window was disgusting. And
Oh,
now,
well, I'm
yeah,
thinking
just
like
thinking
years
about it,
back.
yeah, now thinking about it, oh yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want to be killing everything off. We don't want to be killing our bees. But it's really difficult if you're a normal gardener that's been doing it one way all your life, which I had. I used to always use pesticides. Because that's what you were taught to get rid of them. But you get these like, as an example, black fly on your broad beans, and you're like, oh my God, I need to get rid of it. But actually, if you just leave it and hold off for a bit, there's normally a little ladybird that will come along and munch away on them. And if you like sprayed them before, then it would kill the ladybird as well. And the knock-on effect can be huge. So you're basically just trying to create nice habitats and
Ladybirds always pee on me.
Oh, they pee on everyone.
But why? I haven't done anything to them. I want to like them, and then they pee on me.
Well, that's what they do.
It's not very nice.
I've been putting up like loads of bee houses and ladybird
Yeah, you have so many
houses.
cute houses put up.
I've got my toad houses. But like that's all part of organic gardening as well. So like all the frogs and toads, they eat slugs and snails. And then the ladybirds eat the black fly and other things. And hoverflies also eat black fly. And the bees, they pollinate everything. So you get these things in that can just look after everything and encourage them into your garden. And you don't have to do anything. And you don't have to do half as much work either. Just take a step back, watch it all happen.
Delightful.
Good, isn't it? There's like no downside to organic gardening.
Yeah, I feel like you should always try it first if that's your first like try into gardening or vegetable growing. I feel like surely you would go that way first.
Yeah. I think they need farmers to do it as well. This is on the big scale of farming where they don't do organic gardening. That's where the major problem is, where you get that water runoff, and the soil health is just awful. And then each year they have to use more fertilizer and more pesticides because it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's just a vicious circle that just does not help your plants at all. Hello. But yeah, and companion planting, actually, that's a good thing. That's a good word. We can talk about that for a whole episode one day.
What? Say that again.
Companion planting.
Companion planting.
So that's where you plant plants. Say you've got some tomatoes, and you can plant like calendulas around them, and that stops you getting bugs and things like that because they're attracted to the other plants rather than your tomatoes.
Cute.
So that's really good too. But we could talk about that for a whole episode, and we will do, I expect, at some point.
Well, you can. I know nothing.
I can. Yeah, it's
you will be my educator.
Pretty in-depth one, this one.
Don't go dark on me, Ross.
No, we don't do too much here. But go organic. But so your homework is about house plant and being organic in your house.
Oh. But
I can just tell you. So
I remember now. I've forgotten.
So when you're buying
you need to remind me instead of stitching me up on the podcast.
I'm not going to remind you. You said you weren't going to do it anyway.
No, but you could have said, "Oh yeah, Tanya, remember this? Like, baby, do you want to find out something?"
I'm not going to make you do things.
You want to make me look bad? What a friend! You did.
But I will teach you how to go organic in your house plant so that you can do that at home.
Teach me, Padawan. No, wait, Padawan.
When you got your soil for your planting,
yes.
Did you check if that was organic?
No, but you did pick it out for me.
Did I?
Yes.
I have no recollection of that whatsoever.
When we went to the garden centre in Poundbury, you picked it out for me because I said, "Is this the best one to get?" And then you put it in my hands.
It would have been organic then.
Yeah.
Because I don't touch anything unless it's organic, do I?
I'm pretty certain it is though. Like I always get it from like places like that. I don't just buy it willy-nilly.
But that's one thing you can do is just the soil you use in your house plants, just make sure it's organic, which there's loads around now. Because otherwise you're bringing the fertilizer and pesticides that soil's been with. It's a bit like an STD, really.
Yuck. And I use Baby Bio. Is that organic or is that not?
The fact it's a fertilizer, really, I think it's a tough one. You can buy
Sometimes we
like
just need a little bit of
specific.
a boost every now and then.
You can buy specific organic indoor fertilizers.
Right.
Actually, Miracle Grow do a massive range now. I don't think Baby Bio is technically organic. I'll have to look into that one actually. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad one. That's not very chemically, that one. So that's a good one.
Right.
But yeah, so you got to think about your fertilizers. Miracle Grow definitely do loads of organic fertilizers now. And don't spray your indoor plants either with any pesticides.
Oh no, I don't do that anyway.
Because you get loads of like little bugs sometimes flying around them. I know if
No,
they've
I
been like,
don't. Well, I don't know if this is classed as animal cruelty, but I don't ever spray them. I just put out a little bowl of white, like either apple cider vinegar or any kind of vinegar. I've got white wine vinegar.
oh yeah,
Cover
you
it
get
up
those
with,
fruit flies.
yeah. So I cover them. I cover the bowl up with um, cling film and then poke some holes in, and then they fly in and then they can't get back out. What?
See, that's a good organic way of getting rid of your flies right there.
Yeah, like yeah, it's probably not nice for the flies, but they stay away from my plants. The amount I've collected is it's quite shocking
That's
to
your
see that
food
I
bin though,
actually
isn't it?
live with that many flies. Jesus Christ.
That's your food bin they're coming from, isn't it?
Yeah, probably that. And sometimes the plants, if I've like not touched them for a while, maybe. But
Yeah, I get them in my house.
it's more than likely the food bin, and then they just take off, and then all of a sudden, it's definitely worse in the summer for sure, because obviously it's hot.
So
But
where I have so many plants, well, I get lots of flies, and I think they've got their
yeah,
own ecosystem going on in my house,
yeah.
with its own weather. It
So
almost
yeah, I
rains.
don't want to be harsh to the flies as such, but they piss me off.
Yeah, I mean, mine just drown in my wine. They always go for my wine, and then they died. So
So maybe you need to be wormed because the amount of insects you're drinking.
no, I fish them out. It's got to the point that every time I take a gulp of wine, I always have to check the glass
That's so
first.
gross.
It's not that bad, but they are there in the air everywhere.
Yeah, they are really annoying
And
for
they do
sure.
love a fruity red, that's for sure.
Fruity red.
A fruity red they love.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to do it minus the wine, my vinegar trick is really good. I just
Yeah.
found it on Google one day because I was just getting so many. And then, yeah, I think I put it out. And then the next day I had about 10 in there. I was like, Jesus. And then the next day I had another 10. They
I tried
mount
it at
up.
my house too. Because you gave me that tip.
Yeah, yeah.
But every time I put it out, Tom puts it in the fridge.
You don't need to put it in the fridge.
Because but he thinks it's something I've covered that should go in the fridge. I'm like, no, that's out for the
No,
flies. He's
you
like,
gotta catch the flies.
but because I put cling film over it, he thinks, right,
Yeah, that's the sauce, like just
that needs to go in
ready.
the fridge. And I don't use plastic cling film either.
Oh, right.
I have a biodegradable cling film, which is very good. You can get it on Amazon easy.
Yeah, right. I've never even seen that in the shops.
It's really good. I went halves with my sister. I got like 500 meters or something.
Jesus.
I've not run out yet. Anyway, it's about 2 years ago I got that.
Well, 2 years ago.
Yeah, maybe a year. I don't know. I still got loads of rolls.
What, can you not buy it as a standard roll size?
I don't know. It was like a certain amount. We went halves with my sister. That was it.
Jeez Louise.
Because actually, yeah, although we do organic gardening and stuff, we just like to work with the world. So we don't want to do plastics.
No, I've got plastic-free sellotape that
Yeah,
I
that's
use for
good.
my packaging, so everything is eco-friendly, and I make sure everything is recyclable for sure.
Where I'm moving house at the moment, I'm taping up all my boxes with paper tape.
Lovely.
All these little things add
Little
up.
things. Yeah, but they're just as like secure as just other tape.
Oh yeah, I think it's so much better, and I hate
And
sticky
also, it's
plastic.
not as rubbish on your teeth. Like sometimes when you rip it off with your teeth, you get a bit stuck in your mouth. And you're like,
Can it give you black teeth? Because I heard that.
Black teeth?
I heard it can give you black teeth. But that might have been
No.
like when sellotape was first invented. I don't know.
Yes, if you've been drinking like tons of port.
I'm Googling now.
Not that I know of, but I don't rip that much tape to have a black mouth.
I can't do it with my mouth anyway.
My cat just headbutted the phone, so he obviously wants everyone to know that he's here. He's just said hello and he's having the best cuddles of his life. Because
Never
of
even
course he
heard
has
him.
to be on me all the time.
It doesn't even say anything about black teeth with sellotape, so I made that
No.
up.
Yeah, you're talking shit.
Well, not evidence on Google.
Well, it would be if it was true.
Well, I'll research more. But plastics are bad anyway, so.
Boo, plastic.
Don't use plastic. Who wants to do the topic next week? Do you want to surprise me with one?
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You can probably come up with one though. You come up with a Romanesco cauliflower.
Yeah, but that's like because someone surprised me with it and I've never seen it before. Do you know what? That's still in my fridge. I haven't touched it yet.
Well, it's gonna go off.
No, it's too pretty to touch.
It's been 2 weeks. It's gonna be disgusting soon
No,
and
it's not.
squidgy.
It's still perfectly beautiful. No, because I look at it and it's still okay.
Well, you need to do a test, right? Eat it and see if it comes out the other end like it.
You're so gross.
Does it come out in
It's
that
just
shape?
too beautiful to touch. It's such a work of art. I just like opening my fridge and seeing it there, like in all its glory.
But you might do a turd that is that exact shape.
Never, like, not with my bowels. Jeez.
Okay, either Tanya will surprise us with a topic or I've got
We'll
one in
see how
mind.
the week goes. I could have something that completely surprises me, or I'll have a question. But you know more than me, so when you start getting the ball rolling, then I have questions.
Yeah, that's what I love. I love the other questions.
Yeah, but I don't know until you start the conversation.
Okay.
Duh!
We'll surprise everyone for next week then.
Okay, I'll just talk about my cat because I just love him so much. That was me saying nummy nummy into his forehead.
Oh, love her. Okay. Well, I think that will do for today.
Okay.
But everyone does have to rate and review us and
Don't
share
put
us.
pressure. Don't put pressure on them.
There's no pressure.
They're precious listeners. We love you, and there is no pressure
It's
to
a
do. Sorry.
please rate and review and please share.
Yes, if you want to.
Yeah.
No
Anyway,
pressure.
over and out.
TTFM.